Hi, I'm Jeff Brown, and I'd like to share with you some insights around how we formed our business and uh, how we believe that our franchise model can be a great help to you in your pursuit of your new dream in your career. First off, I started the business as an additional source of income to my corporate America position, and over time, it became apparent to me that though this was a great source of income, that I might have to rely on it more permanently in the future. So, interestingly enough, in the first 12 years that we were in business, we operated our business part-time. We, we operated it as a handyman business. We provided small service jobs to very targeted clientele via a neighborhood focus. And it worked quite well for us. And so over the years, as we matured in our capabilities or otherwise, we started taking on larger jobs and our revenues grew. Now, from the capacity as a handyman company, operating for part-time, most of the years that we ran the business at about a $300,000 a year revenue run rate. And then in the last few years, when we did morph the business to full time, we very quickly ramped our business to $600,000, $700,000 a year, and then $1 million a year. So from that standpoint, we started small, we started part time, and we were able to grow the business. Some people ask, well, why did you actually start running the business full time if in fact it was such a great part-time venture? Well, the main reason is corporate America played out on me a few years ago. And frankly, I was really glad that it did because it gave me the opportunity to learn a great deal more about the business while maintaining the basic focus that we had around market segmentation and what eventually became a dual branding strategy. Why, people ask the question, well, why do customers do business with you? Why will they do business with your franchisees? Well, there's a combination of things. To begin with, we have a very, very strong reference list of clients that we've worked with over the years. We've maintained a position of 100% referenceability, and it's generally held true to us that the more often you work to the betterment of your clients, the more often it works to the betterment of you. And isn't that the kind of the way life is pretty much in general as we apply the golden rule? That's one thing. The second thing is that we speak our customers' language quite well. Our operating model, we teach our franchisees how to become extremely professional, client-driven, and responsive. And when I say that we speak the language of our customers, we look good, the quality of our media is good, our proposals are bar none, bar second to anyone. The capabilities of our websites are awesome. They're beautiful in the way that they look, and they're highly functional. And so clients, in particular professionals, resonate to that versus other providers that don't have that level of professionalism or presence. Now, that takes a little bit of responsibility into account for the franchisee because, frankly, you've got to step up your game. Every day you're on. There's never a time when you can slack in front of the client. You have to maintain a very customer-centric viewpoint of we can make it happen for you. We will get this job done for you. We'll have it done to your satisfaction. And it will be the very highest quality. Why do you think your franchising opportunity is better than others? Well, to begin with, we do maintain a multi-brand strategy. So Home Place Vision is in fact a multi-brand franchising company that right now has two brands. It has Handy at Home and the Remodel Place. And the interesting notion around that is really brand segmentation. And the fact that a franchisee might start part-time as handy at home within the same segment of client and then move into remodeled jobs versus the other way around where a franchisee might start providing small remodeled jobs, moving to larger ones with our model and with our training, and then sprinkling handyman jobs in between along the way. That's frankly our preferred model because it allows the franchisee to ramp the revenues up fairly quickly, reach a fast payback, at the same time cover the territories and the neighborhoods effectively. Because in reality, a handyman job, when you're in a home, can spawn into a remodel job at any point in time. And your ability to resonate with the client in a fashion where they don't just see you as a handyman company. They see you as, a handyman company that also has a remodeling company as well. And by having that capability, a franchisee can garner a larger percentage, a larger share of household spend than they ever would just as a handyman. If you think about our average revenue of around $8,000 per job, well, that's a lot of handyman jobs. And in fact, I was speaking to an associate, a friend of mine the other day, who actually owned one of our competitors' franchises. And I said, well, how long did it take you to get to $1 million a year? He said, well, it took me about 5 years. And I said, well, how many jobs in that capacity, in that 5-year time frame, did it take you to perform to get to $1 million? And he said, the last year we operated our business was the last year we reached $1 million in revenue, and we performed 3,500 jobs. Now, I can tell you the logistics around providing support for 150 to 200 jobs a year. I can't fathom providing logistics around 3,500. And eventually this individual sold his franchise to someone else, and now he's a franchise consultant, and in fact he's one of our franchise consultants. So in regard to that, I mean, I can show you, we will show you how to make money faster, quicker, with less wear and tear on your personal being and your resources with our model. One other point that I'd like to make to you is that it's around technology. I was a technologist in corporate America for many years, and when we started our business several years ago, we built a full suite of enabling technology around online scheduling, estimating, territory management, worker management, things of that nature, automated proposals, just numerous suites, referral management, a number of different capabilities that allowed us to operate the business very efficiently and to appear to be much larger than we were. We were the first company in Dallas-Fort Worth area, for example, to have online scheduling, appointment scheduling, that would actually allow us to book an appointment, our client to book an appointment rather, for us to be aware of it, to confirm it, and to automatically put it on the worker's schedule with one entry. And it took so much of the friction and logistics out of the overall process that it made it extremely, extremely efficient for us. Now we've since gone on to have several iterations of capabilities, and one of the things that we'll show you is how a franchisee sitting at a computer station can configure their business in less than an hour with our system and their web presence with our capabilities that will effectively help them drive their entire business in 1 hour or less, actually. So finally, the video is getting long, can be verbose from time to time, but I will tell you, people say, well, all right, well, what advice would you give people that are considering franchising or purchasing a franchise in this space? And there are 4 or 5 points. Number one, keep your overhead to a minimum. Don't get into a franchise, for example, that requires you to have a home office, office outside your home office rather. Home office is the best model to go. You don't operate your business out of your office per se. You operate your business out of your customers' homes, in your customers' homes. Number two, don't get into overkill around, or don't get into a deal where you're into overkill around liability insurances that are, or rather insurances that are just not effectively practical for you to be involved with. Have liability, general liability insurance, we require that, and cessation of business insurance, we require those two as well. Third point, be very mindful of those franchise agreements that are arduous in what you can do and what you can't do around the mechanics of the business. Now, we understand quite well how important it is to maintain the integrity of our media, our logos, etc., etc. We also understand how important it is to maintain the integrity of our quality, and so we have a very robust operating model. But we don't tell you what territories you're going to be into within your overall territory. We don't tell you what services that you have to provide, what rates you have to provide them at, and those things of that nature. We help teach you how to face off with a customer. We teach you how to work with subcontractors, and then we let you and help you, encourage you to find your niche in your territory that makes the most sense. The final point, I guess I would say, is that a lot of franchise operations require the franchisees to operate full-time, day one. And that puts an enormous stress and strain on many people because, frankly, there's a great deal of concern around losing the paycheck. And there's an inability and an unwillingness, and the timeliness oftentimes is just not there for someone to really move forward and acquire a franchise. Just because of those things. And so what oftentimes happens is it takes a corporate event, i.e. a firing, reduction in force or otherwise, to push someone out into the franchising space. Well, if you can operate our business part-time as we did, and you can get good at it and you can use it as a source of augmenting income, when or if that time happens, when you are pushed out by corporate America or when you retire, you'll be ready for it. You've been prepared for it. You would have made really good money along the way. You would have learned the business, and we think you would have been a great success. So I hope to have the opportunity to meet you. I hope you do have more interest in digging deeper into our franchising opportunity. And God bless you, and have a great day. Thank you.